Are you from non-IT background and non-technical, and do you want to switch your career to IT? If yes, then you are at the right place. Hello there, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and finally I made this video that will help you to easily switch your career to IT and make a proper clear understanding about stuff related to IT. So before actually starting, let me clear a doubt that this video is for anyone and everyone irrespective of your background, your branch you're coming from. Say it may be a mechanical, civil, BA, arts, commerce, pharmacy, and even you are just 10th pass. You can enter into IT at any age of your life, because age is just a number. But with the three conditions. What are the three conditions? So the first is you should know how to learn the things, how to read the documentations, how to understand the concepts from the Google. The second thing, you should focus and have patience with consistency in your learning. From wherever you are learning or doing course, you should be consistent. Third is you must be ready to spend 6 to 8 hours a day for 1 to 2 years as a full-time based. To make this understanding simple, I will divide IT stream into 3 categories. The first is programming, that is core development, where you have to write the code and run the application. So in that case, you will belong to a team called as application development team. Now, what that actually means? See, in your daily life, you see various applications. Say it be a mobile based applications like WhatsApp, Insta, Facebook, or say any web applications like Amazon.com, IRCTC, Flipkart.com, etc. So in the background of this applications, someone has programmed it, someone has coded it, or wrote many lines of code, maybe in any languages. Now, what are these programming languages? The programming languages in which you code or write your program, write your application, or build or develop your applications. For example, Java is one of the language, PHP, Node.js, .NET, Python, Ruby, Perl, and many more. See, don't fear to any of these languages. You don't have to learn all these languages. Just anyone of your choice is sufficient. All has their own significance and own advantages in their own areas. And second fear, like most people, or like sadly to say, that the teachers and the professors of our colleges and universities put into the students' head is like programming is hard. Now, if you think in your mind that this stuff is hard, then obviously you will not develop any kind of interest for it. So no need to fear for coding, programming. Believe me, it's a damn easy for anyone who has a brain and know how to use the brain. Rest stuff is just a syntax of a different programming languages that you can easily understand with the help of practice and consistency. The same fear people put in terms of the English speaking as well, like our teachers and like many people you see, like they say that the English speaking is hard, English speaking is not possible for me. So this is just nothing but a fear. So the people who say either they don't have knowledge about English, or they are just saying to earn from it. So sorry I distracted you from the main topic, but it was important to clear the doubt of fear. So come out of this fear, since it's time to prove yourself, it's time to show yourself, it's time for the opportunity which is knocking you when you are watching this video. So the opportunity is open for you. So don't let your excuses miss it. And the person who does this programming is called as a programmer or a software developer or a software engineer sometimes, and so works the same for the person who belongs to the application development team. That means anyone who is working as a programmer or as a software developer, they belongs to a team called as application development team. They build the application, they write the application, they code the applications. So that's what it is called as application development team. Now let me tell you like how much time it will require for you to learn the programming concepts, programming languages. So you will require minimum 6 to 12 months with having a small projects and all the practicals covered. And now very interesting part is like people ask me, Usama, tell me how much salary or package I will get after getting a job as a software engineer or a software developer or a programmer. So let me tell you, for freshers you can get between 2 LPA to 5 LPA. If your interview went well, you can even ask for 6 LPA. And for experience, or let's say as your experience grows, so you can draw between 12 LPA to 40 LPA and above that as well. And what I'm saying is just an Indian market offerings in 2022 or 2023. So if you want to start learning it and don't know how and from where to learn, then watch my previous video on how to learn IT related courses, and I'll put the link in the description box. So let's come to the second category, that is partial programming. This is the part where you do not come into core programming or application development directly, but you should know how basics of application works and how it is code, test and build, and how to troubleshoot it if the developer's application is failing. And also sometimes you have to write the code, but not in the way like a developers or programmers for application development how they do, not in that way, but you have to write some certain scripts in some of the scripting languages like shell scripting, Linux, PowerShell scripting, or YAML and JSON scripting. So this is like YAML and JSON is nothing but an English level scripting language you can learn easily and quickly. And the lastly is like SQL and PLSQL scripts, which are like mainly dealing with the databases. And this type of development is called as partial development, or you can also say it's a system level development, which aim to automate your server or a systems related work. And there are like many different roles which does this. For example, say a Linux system engineer, cloud engineer, DevOps engineer, DBA, database administrator, SQL developer, software testing automation engineer. So these are the different category of roles like which comes under a partial programming. And say if you want to learn the scripting languages and like get placed with the above roles which I mentioned, like Linux, cloud, DevOps, DBA, so how much time you have to spend learning this? Not all, but any one role out of this, like you'll get minimum 6 to 12 months to learn this technology with a small projects and practical covered. Now what about the packages, the scale? So for freshers, see, it may between 2 LPA to 5 LPA, and the experience ranges between 6 LPA to 50 LPA and more than that. It's all based out of your skills, your talent, and how you perform well in the interviews. And the third and the last one is zero coding or no coding, where there is absolutely no coding, not at all. 1% coding is required in this particular categories of IT. And this is the part which most non-IT people think firstly. So in this part mostly there are like set of tools and different skills which comes into the picture where you have to work on. Let me give you a few examples. For example, say desktop engineer or a Windows administrator who takes care of your desktop of Windows and servers. And the next is like your network engineer. You might have heard about like CCNA, CCNP, and then they become a network engineer. So unlike that, there is also a data analyst which deals with like some sort of like reporting and visualizations, and also like it involves some amount of SQL. And also like you can make your career into manual testing as well, which requires no coding, and also graphic designing and logo designing. And let me mention few roles which are not core IT related stuff, but that are like absolutely with no coding. Say for example, digital marketing and SEO, search engine optimizations. And the next is like content writer, and the next is like business analyst, and the last one is like customer support executive, which helps you to get the job easily and quickly, and which does not have like more criterias to eligible. And how now what about like time to spend in learning or any of the skills? So basically you will need minimum 3 to 6 months to cover any one of the above skills which I mentioned. And now what about the packages? So packages is like for freshers like 2 to 3 LPA, and for experience like it ranges between 6 LPA to 10 LPA to maximum 15 LPA. So I'm done for this video, and I'll see you soon in the next. Until that, take care and thank you.